This is how we got to the point where this client literally forgot that her binge food was in the house. So she did the 30-day reboot, she's still doing it. And in that you learn a tool, food habituation, which is basically where you desensitize yourself to a food that maybe previously was super emotionally charged, like you feel out of control with it, it's so exciting, you feel like you probably even binge on it every time you even go near it, or at least always overeat it. You just never have leftovers, ever. Like, this is just insane to even think about. Like, you can't imagine being that person who would, let's say, like, okay, me back in the day, one of my biggest binge foods was cookie dough, or just cookies, but definitely cookie dough. I know you're not supposed to eat it, like raw cookie dough, but I still do. Anyway, so in London, there's a place called Ben's Cookies. It's like this cookie store, a cookie chain. And me and my sister, we used to go, you know, shopping in town, and we would go get Ben's Cookies, like one or two of these. They're quite big, they're like that big. She'd get hers, she'd potentially have like a bite or two, and then she'd like wrap it away, put it in her bag. And I would be there like, just eat the whole thing all in one straight away. And I literally always remember being so jealous. I was like, how does she have this self-restraint, this willpower to just eat a few bites of this thing, put it away and eat it later at home? And actually it was always better to eat it at home because you pop it in the microwave and you get this like nice warm gooey-ness to it. So I always missed out on that because I would just eat the whole thing straight away. And then just in general, cookie dough, like I would literally get those Betty Crocker cake mix, like cookie mix things that I think they make like 24 cookies or something. I would eat it in one night, and I would never have leftovers of this thing. Like, that would just be bizarre. Now I do still eat cookie dough. Once every few months I make this same batch and I eat it over like a week, and then sometimes I end up having to throw it out because it's like going off. Anyway, that's food habituation that this student used successfully. It's all in the course. There's more stuff on my page about it as well. But what I want to say here is actually in the 30-day reboot, we talk about the prerequisite to food habituation. So I don't just introduce this on day one of the course. You really have to seriously like make sure you are not extremely physically restricting before doing food habituation. Really have to start alleviating some of that, because what are you doing in food habituation? You're exposing yourself to those binge foods. And if you are under eating, then you're gonna expose yourself to these things, try food habituation, and end up just overeating or binge eating on it because you physically have a need to get more calories in. So really, if you're gonna do food habituation, ensure you are addressing restriction first.